All right, so hopefully this is going to work now. Um, I don't know what happened on the last one. I really apologize. If you guys were on the last one when you come in, hey, thank you for coming back. I broke it, Chris. I absolutely broke it. What's up, Raymond? I still got to go back and watch you past couple, man. I've been kind of slacking on it. I apologize about that. Um, yeah, so I don't know what happened with my Hangouts, but either my computer or YouTube or Google came back and said, you can get over it. We're not going to let you broadcast, and kicked me off for some reason. But is what it is. Hopefully it works now. Like with the last one, it never actually even showed that I went live. This one's at least showing me that I'm live. So hopefully it works. Uh, it's all good, man. We'll get we'll get together soon. I'll be back. I'll be back around the 4th, but that's only for a couple of days, and I got a couple things planned for that. So, but I'll get in touch with you and let you know next time I'm going to spend some actual time in town. So, all good. Um, anyways, so if you were watching the last one, whether you were or not, I'm going to recap real quick. Um, just came back. I've been basically going through the steps to join an MC, so I'm really busy. I'm trying to learn to leverage everything that I'm doing. And it's been so long and that I've really put out videos regularly that I took some time to think. And it's like when I initially started this channel, I started it for education and not just to breed. Um, while I'm still going to breed, I'm going to drop my projects down to probably about 3 different projects. And I'm going to let go a lot of my ball pythons because getting a room perfectly set up for ball pythons is not that it's hard, it's just it's not convenient when you're trying to keep a bunch of tropical species as well, and that makes it harder to keep and will bring up vet bills and things like that. So I'll still have ball pythons, I'll still breed in probably a very, very small amount. I'm talking about maybe 3 to 5 clutches a year max ever. And then I will be going more into the education side of it. If you watched previously, I was working really hard to get into the schools. Well, going into the MC world, we have people from all walks of life, thank God, and they've been helping me get into the schools. I'm also going to be doing like education shows and stuff at some of their runs to help bring more attention here in El Paso. So it's baby steps forward, which is really cool. And you guys know I love to ride, so it kind of helps me too. It's a therapy for me, besides just the snakes, I guess. So yeah, I think it's all good. It's gonna give me the opportunity to do what I want to do. So if you wanna help with the animals, that'd be awesome, dude. I'll hit you up on Instagram after this. What are you saying? Shut up for, Jay? I'm on air. I'm live. I'm not supposed to be quiet. I'm not supposed to shut up. I'm supposed to talk, which is what I have a problem with doing now. So, yeah, it's pretty freaking exciting. I'm really really happy to, in all aspects, in all honesty. And then, as you know, I've been an over the road trucker basically for last 6 months or so, and it's just kind of while it's fun and it's nice to see everybody that I see on the road, it's exhausting. And I never get time with my animals. I never get time with my family. Like when I'm home, usually I'm home for a night and then I'm back on the road, or I'm home for a day and a half and I'm back on the road. And it's really taxing. So I'm going to enroll back into college. As a veteran, I do get paid to go to college. So, um, hi, Gay. Hey, Gay, did you get the letter I sent you with the stickers? I don't know if we got the letter out. I know my wife sent the stickers out. Um, yeah. Do I play that convoy song? I do not play a convoy song. No. Um, I'm doing good though, Gay. Hey, Gab. What's up, Thomas? You haven't got it yet? Okay, so I only put 2 stamps on it, but they were forever stamps, and since it was like less than, I think the whole envelope weighed like maybe maybe 10 grams. So I don't see why it shouldn't get to you. But if you don't get it soon, just let me know on Instagram and I'll try to figure out what's going on. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna be downsizing. I'm gonna be selling locally. I'm probably gonna end up talking to some of the local pet stores that aren't like PetSmart or uh, Petco, stuff like that. I'm not doing chain stores. I'm doing like the mom and pop shops around here. So I'll probably have a few that go that way, and I'll be posting them up on here as well, uh, in case anyone's interested, or if you've seen a snake that you're really interested in. If it's not something that I have plans for in the future, like I said, I'm holding on for only 3 projects. So if you saw something in my previous videos that you really liked, reach out to me. Don't be afraid to do it, and maybe we can set up a deal for you. But I tend to prefer larger species. If you haven't noticed recently, besides, so I'm gonna stick with bamboo. I'm gonna stick with GHI, and I'm gonna stick with um, clown. So those are the 3 projects that I'm staying with because I like them. I might dabble with pied just because everyone likes pieds. I like pieds. I honestly do not. I don't want to focus on breeding. I think a lot of people jump into this community and they go straight into breeding and they want to focus on just breeding. I am keeping the carpet, Gay. The carpet, my red tail boa, my retics are all staying. They will go anywhere. And then when they go to their forever home in the sky, eventually I will find something to do with their bodies. So I know you want to pied, Gabby. So let me know when you're ready. But all my larger constrictors are absolutely staying here. I think that's what I'm going to stick with. I prefer them. While they're a little bit harder to handle to some, I actually enjoy it. I think it's a good workout. I think it's a lot of fun. So I want to stick with the larger constrictors. Not that I don't love ball pythons or hognose or anything else. I enjoy the larger snakes. So I will work on, well, that and my wife's ball python, because if I ever got rid of that, she'd probably murder me. So I'll keep the wife's ball python, and then I'll keep a few that I'm working on right now. Most of those females that you saw in my last video, the breeder size females, are staying here for probably a season or 2, just because I am working clown into those girls right now. And then after I get my hets and grow them, I will be working them out and using their bloodlines that I raised myself. So, but there's something about big snakes. I've always loved them. So I want to stick with the big snakes. Let me see. What am I missing here? Jay's balls being skeptical as always. Let's see. I'm so glad I just got my little coastal boy a few weeks ago. Yeah, I saw you posted up a video on that gay. I haven't, like I told Raymond earlier, I really haven't been watching YouTube as much as I used to with everything going on. So I will definitely want to check that out. I love the coastal. Like, obviously, that's what I have. That's what Cleopatra is. I really like the Jaguar. And there's a few, I mean, there's a few other localities that I really like. I think carpets are going to be a big thing for me coming up. I think I'm going to stick with just the 2 retics because they can become a lot to handle, especially if you don't get them to basically mind their manners while they're young. If you don't get them out of their bitey stage when they're young, they're not a lot of fun. Hence the funny shenanigans that you see over on Cusco's page. But 100% exanthic on these gorgeous. That's awesome. That's awesome. So one of the other things was I've talked to a few people and kind of told me, hey, we've talked to you and you told us stuff, but it's not stuff you divulged on YouTube. And they're absolutely right. I have kind of kept some stuff back just because, one, I wasn't there to film it when it happened, or two, I didn't know how to react at the time, and just trying to put it on camera wouldn't have been good for me. And I hope you guys can respect that. Hey, what's up, DTG? Yeah, so I just lost my train of thought. Really bad about that. Oh, going back. So before my last video cut off, I was letting you guys know a story of how I was getting ready to ship out this hog nose because I had 7 species. And I said, hey, I'm currently down to 6. Well, it's not because I got to ship that hog nose off. Unfortunately, I put a pinky in for the hog nose. It was still a baby. It was just working its way up. And it had just gotten out of shed. So I was like, hey, I'm going to feed it. I'm going to give it 2 days, and then I'm going to ship it off to you. Everything should be good. And unfortunately, I put the pinky in there. Now, obviously, a pinky can't do any damage to the hog nose. But when the hog nose decides to take it down sideways, apparently it can. So this hog nose I was gifting to a friend. Thank God it wasn't someone that bought a snake. I was gifting to a friend because they really like hog nose, and I just, like I said, I'm trying to downsize to do what I want to do. Ended up passing away because it took this pinky down sideways, and I guess suffocated itself, which really sucks. But yeah, I guess it's weird. It's part of life. Really, really crappy, but it happens. And anyone that's in this industry understands there's going to be freak accidents, whether it's with eggs or anything else. Like, you could have a full-blown grown snake that's never had an issue become egg bound or something like that. So it's just, stuff happens. It's part of the industry. It's part of keeping pets. So Tuesday, what's up, Aldo? Tuesday is the Reptile review. I'll throw it up. Reptile, I've been using it for about a month and a half, and I'll let you know exactly how I feel about it on Tuesday. But I got a couple of different plans. If you guys paid attention to my Instagram, I showed a little bit off today. We did get a new dog. My mom is moving because of a new job, and she had 2 dogs. And unfortunately, she could only take one. And the older female dog that she had has been with her for 10 plus years now. Well, no, like nine years now. She was with me first. She was my puppy, and when I moved up to my dad's like crazy allergic to dogs, so I gave her to my mom. And when I came back from my dad's, I went into the army, so I was like, well, I can't take a dog to the army with me right away. And by the time I was through all my training, my mom had been with her and bonded with her so much that that's her baby now. Like, it's her baby. I can't take that baby away. So she had this other one to give her dog a play partner. And what's up, bro? Uh, she had this other dog to give her older dog a play partner and someone to have company with while she's at work and all that good stuff. And unfortunately, with her getting ready to move, she cannot take that dog. So I said she was going to take it to the pound because she's like running out of days. Like, I'm literally going back out on the road for a week, coming back, moving her, going back out on the road. So, yes, ma'am.
It's in between the desks.
There you go. You're welcome, sweetheart.
How is your camera so much better than mine?
It's a front camera.
I use the front camera.
I don't know. We'll work on it.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a new dog, and if you've seen Odie's like allegedly a Chihuahua Beagle mix. He stands all of like yay tall, and then she's a pit bull mix, so she's like at least quadruple his size, you know. So they're having a lot of fun. They're getting all their energy out playing constantly. But let's see, manual. Yeah, I tried to do a video, but my phone stopped. Mine had the same issue earlier, Manuel, when I was doing this live. The initial live that I was doing just cut out for some reason. So you might want to try to go back and record, or it might just be something with your phone. I'm not sure. You said it looked like it didn't fully develop. It does happen with some. Like, some just don't ever develop. There was a God, who was it? I'm drawing a blank right now, but it was like within the last month or so. Just didn't develop in the egg. Got the pattern, started getting the coloration, but the jaw never developed. It had like a crazy bite pattern and all kinds of stuff. What's up, Gray? Ooh, rotted underdeveloped egg. Oh, and then like I was talking about earlier, I was playing around with my wife, and you don't know my wife's a bit of a badass. I'll give her that. We were roughhousing a little bit, and I ended up throwing my back out, so I've been kind of hurting. So you're gonna see me fidget and kind of be in pain and just not really enjoying life, which is awesome because I still have to finish shooting that Reptile video. So you're gonna see like the start of the video is gonna be like super energetic and happy, and we're gonna get to the end and I'm gonna try to be energetic and happy, but who knows? What's up, Riley? All good, brother. All good. You can lurk all you want. Nothing wrong with lurking. I do it in your videos a lot, actually. Water. um, yeah. So we've had a lot going on. What I will try to do is hopefully. I know I said this before I went away from YouTube for 2 months, but I'm going to start working with my wife, tell her what I want to do, see how she feels, and I will probably get a list out before the fall. I'm not going to say within like the next week or two because I just got too much stuff going on. It's not feasible, and I think that's where a lot of my stress was coming in. Was I kept saying, hey, I'm going to get this list out and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I ran into so much happening at once that I just couldn't do it, and I felt like crap about it. And that's probably why I had issues with followers and people like kind of calling me out. But that's part of what it is, and I'm not ashamed of that. Like you kind of have to get called out every now and then. You get comfortable, especially doing this. Like I could put up a video for you and just basically redo the same video over and over and over again, and eventually you'll catch on to it, or you'll just be like, well, I want to support him anyway, so I don't care. But one of those people watching that video is going to get ticked off and be like, hey, you're doing the same video, asshole. Do a different type of video. I want to see something different. You got to change. um, but you have to have time in order to do it. And sometimes we're not always that creative. I know the guys that do this every day can get really creative with it. I'm not that person. That's why I was at like one live a week, one edited video a week, and then I went to just one video a week, and then. But there's been times where I could throw like 4 videos out a week and not have an issue, and hopefully I don't lose you guys again. I don't know if it's my internet. If you're having issues, let me know. Um, I think part of it is, I think it's just my internet. Are you guys still getting the feed? I think I'm getting the feed. I think I'm still sending it. But with the issue earlier, I want to make sure. All right. So Gay has no issues. Hopefully no one else has issues. Yeah, it says everything's good. So we'll keep doing it. We need more of my pretty eyes. Oh, thanks, Jay. Oh, yeah. See, it's hard for some people. Don't retract that. Just because you put it out there, don't be ashamed of yourself, Jay. It's okay. Uh, yeah, I mean, well, my issue with YouTube is that I have all kinds of time on the road while I'm driving to think about stuff, but bringing those ideas to fruition takes a long time for me. And that is what it is. But in all honesty, there's not really a type of video that I don't enjoy. I'm there. Creating content isn't the easiest thing on YouTube. It's easy to get up. this is so much easier for me than actually making an edited video for you guys, because it's just me. You see this, you see how I feel, how I'm acting. Like, you can see that I'm slunched up, like slouched over, slunched. I was gonna say hunched. It came out with an S, but it's it's rougher when you don't have time, I think. And one thing that I was really good about before I was on the road was making time for different things. Like, I set away time to edit. I set away time to actually film. I set away time to do my research on things before I did the filming. Like, I had time to do all of it. Well, Jay, you could try to pick me up and throw me and see how your back feels too. I tried to hip toss my wife and I threw my back out doing it. So I don't care what my posture is right now. Plus, I drive a truck for a living, so I'm not going to have good posture. Oh. Yeah, I agree, Gay. And I think that's why I enjoy the live so much, is it allows you to connect. Like, yeah, you can connect on Instagram, you can connect on Facebook, or heaven forbid, you could be like people used to and actually talk to each other on the phone or something like that. But sometimes just putting out content for content is just demoralizing to me. Like, I don't enjoy putting something out just so you guys have something to watch. I enjoy putting something out that I feel like you guys are going to get something out of. Because if I'm wasting your time, there's no sense in you being here. I do not have a wood bead seat cover. We're so behind on videos. Those babies in our last video are all grown up. That's funny. Uh, you should look into getting your hazmat. I actually chose to stay out of the oil fields. I got the opportunity. I did get the opportunity to go into the oil fields, and I just chose that I don't want to be out there. There's a lot of toxins. Just driving a truck yourself, I don't know how many people know this, but driving a truck itself, the stuff that they put in the diesel fuel, when it gets burnt, it sends up some gases that are really not that good for you and can make you really sick. And so if you're just constantly running, like when I run really hard for multiple weeks at a time, I'll start developing like a cough and stuff like that. So I'm ready to get off the road altogether. Um, yeah, that letter's more than safe to open on YouTube, Family Jewels, whatever you want to do. Absolutely. I really want to I want to get back in school, and whether it's animal based or medical based, I want to get back in school and I want to work on that. Um, that's my biggest thing. Is I feel like while this job pays really good and I'll keep it as a backup, I don't want to make this my life, and I don't want to rely on it to be my life, because then I'll just get comfortable with it and keep doing it, and I don't want to do that. I appreciate that. It'll be better in a couple of days. It's just from me thinking I'm 20 years old again. You know how it goes. Um, that's awesome, Christine. That's awesome. And actually, DTG, I wanna reach out to you. I guess I'll give you a call after this if you're not busy. I had an idea I wanted to bounce off of you, but we can talk about that later. It is actually, I think it's almost 7 o'clock here, or it is 7 o'clock here. So I've been on for a little while. Hey, John, I have to go. I appreciate it, Gray. Thanks for stopping in. Um, let's see. I lost my train of thought. What was I doing? Sorry. I'm having brain farts really bad lately. So it's 7 o'clock. This is my last night with my family before I jump on the road for a week, and then I come back to move my mom. So I want to get the kids to bed and kind of enjoy our lives before I have to jump back on the road tomorrow. But okay. All right, DTG. I'll get a hold of you. But yeah, so I want to get the kids to bed and all that. This is just kind of a test run to get back into the loop of things and get used to talking to you guys again, because I think that's the biggest asset on YouTube, like I was saying earlier. Really the biggest asset on YouTube. How long have I been to Blue Icon? Dude, Jeremy, you've been a Blue Icon basically since you came on my channel, since we really first started talking. You and Jay and Justin from Family Jewels, since the, pretty much the first time I met you guys or really talked to you in depth, have were moderators on my channel. Um, is what it is. If you don't want it, I'll send it to somebody else. But just kidding. Uh, but I don't want to stay on here too long. Like I said, this is kind of a test run to get myself back onto lives and figure out where I need to make it better. Because obviously, while I love this office, it's not exactly working out for me right now because my bandwidth isn't the greatest here. So my stuff's freezing up, and you guys are still getting it, but my stuff's freezing up, so I can't really tell what's going on. And I don't like that. So yeah. But like I always say, I hope you guys stay blessed. I will continue doing my thing. You guys continue doing yours, and I will try to make a more regular schedule and get a list out for you eventually. I do have a couple of people on the list that we had talked about formerly, that I've been in touch with, that are all for doing interviews. Because I took that break, I have to reschedule things and figure out when would be good for them. And then we'll get those set up. Because that's another thing I really love. I think that really falls into the education, is learning about people in this hobby and what started with them and what they're really working on and striving for. Um, I thank you all for your time tonight, and I'm going to talk to you guys soon. Hopefully soon. No, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you sometime next week. Bye.